Welcome to our introduction to forms. First thing I'm going to have you do is log into your WASD dashboard, which is going to bring up your list of apps here. When you've done that, you'll see an app sort of like this. This is a green icon with an F on it that just says forms. When you click on that, it's going to log you in. So give it just a second for the class link to work. And what you'll see, this is my dashboard for forms. You'll see different assessments and things that I've put in here. Couple that are forms that I've created. There are group forms that I can share or forms that other people have shared with me. So what we're going to do today is we're actually going to start a new quiz. So I'm going to come over here to new quiz. This is primarily the thing that you're going to be using this for, so we'll just jump right into quizzes here. This pops up and you'll see untitled quiz, so I'm going to go ahead and change that. Today I'm going to put down test quiz. Seems kind of redundant, but this is a sample quiz for you to take. Do I want to add a question? Of course I do. Which type of question would I like to add? So the first one, we're going to go through and just give a sample of each of these. So we start with multiple choice. I'm going to choose that one first, this choice question here. And my first question, which of these would you like to select? This one? No. This one? Whatever it might be. And one more. We're going to add an option. I'm going to click this little button down here. I can add as many options as I want, really. And if I don't want them, I can just come over here. I can delete them. I can make comments. So option 3, none of the above. Now, I'm going to make, which one of these would you like to select? We're going to make this one the correct answer. So if I come to the right-hand side, I'm going to see a correct answer pop up, and I'm going to select that. Now, when they, being the students or whoever are taking your quiz, when they select that one, it's going to grade it for you automatically. But you have to remember to put in points. So I'm going to make this worth 1 point. And here's another very important thing. I want to make this a required question. So when this is required, they cannot log out of the assessment until they have answered every single question. You'll see up here it saves automatically, so everything that I've updated gets put right there on my forms and I don't have to worry about it. I have a multiple answer selection, so let's say I would, which one of these would you like to select? Choose all of the correct answers. And maybe I want to make this one a correct answer as well. If I come down here and choose multiple answers, I can also select that there are 2 right answers, and maybe I would give that one 2 points. I'm going to go ahead and just turn that off, so we only have 1 correct answer then. If I had a math question or something like that, I would come over here to these 3 dots in the corner, and I would select those, and I've got a couple different things. So shuffle options. That's going to move these around depending on my students. So the students sitting next to each other shouldn't have the same answers in the same selection or in the same order. I can make this a drop-down box so they can choose, or I can make this a math question. Now if I make it a math question, which I can do on a later question, it's going to give me a lot of options to change some of my headlines. So I'm gonna go ahead and take some of these options off. So this is a very basic question. Next, let's add a text box, and I'm going to make this question solve the following equation. So I told you that I would make a math question. So if I come here and I make this math, I can enter an equation. And when I select enter an equation, you'll see right here it'll give me a host of math options, or I can turn it back into a text box. So I'm going to make this x plus 3 equals 8. Something very basic. So when I'm selecting that, now I want it to grade it for me. This is something that I can have graded for me. I may have to have another one a little bit later where I will show you how to go in and grade it, but if I know that x plus 3 equals 8, I'm going to add an answer down here, and the correct answer is going to be that x equals 5. And that's what I'll select for my long answer. Now, if a student puts in x equals 5, it will mark it right. If they put in anything else, it will mark it wrong. So it is possible that they're going to put 5 as an answer or something like that. So maybe I want to add 2 or 3 answers that I would be willing to accept. The answer is 5. So any of these, any of these would work. So let's make that text box 5, right? Now, if I didn't want it to grade it automatically, I can select long answer, and then it would grade it. I would have to hand grade every single question. Our next one for rating, it looks kind of like this. So my question might be, how are you enjoying this presentation? Enter, choose from 1 to 5 stars, with 5 being the best. This is just my little subtitle that'll show them what they're supposed to do. And I'm going to go ahead and give myself 4 stars. So I can change this from stars to numbers, and it would look like this, or I could make it out of any different levels if I want. If I really wanted to add 10 stars or something like it, could be 5 stars. And this is a required question. So if I moved to a date, my 4th question would be the date type. This might be for something like we're scheduling parent-teacher conferences or something like this. When are you available to meet? So please input the date and month, day, or year. They can select the calendar, and it would pull up a choice rate, a selection of choices for them right there. Next one I'm going to put is a ranking. These are really good for matching questions. So my first question might be, put these in the correct order. And option, let's make this 3, let's make this 2, let's make this 1, and we'll make this 4. I'll just add another option in here, and I'm going to make that 1 point as well. So now when you look at this in preview, I'm going to show you how a student would see this, that they can start putting these in the correct order. Now, if they miss one of them, it will be marked wrong. So if you had a question where a student might want to select more than one answer, let's say there's 3 out of 4 answers are correct and they only got 2 out of 4, you want to give them half credit, that's up to you. But something that should be noted about the points is you cannot do a half a point in this particular format, so you need to do full points. So if I add one more question, this last one, this is our Likert, and this gives us something a little bit more along the lines of a survey. So question, how are you feeling today? So enter a subtitle. So my option 1, not at all, a little bit, somewhat, mostly, and always. And I'm just, for continuity, let's make these all like that. So statement 1, feeling healthy. And statement 2, I like technology. All right, so I can add as many statements as I want, or I can add as many choices as I want over here. And if I don't like them, I just have my little trash can here. Add a statement down here, or trash can to take it away. So I've gone through all of the different questions that you would really want, or that I think would be useful for you, and this is just an introduction. So you can see right now I have 6 points in my quiz.